Flowers of Paradise Public School Malpe. Presentation Social Science, 9th Standard, Medieval India and Political Transition. In this lesson, we learn Rajaputta dynasties that ruled in North India, Gurjara Pratiharas, Garhwalas, Paramaras, Solankis, Chandels, Chauhans. These dynasties we will discuss in detail. Medieval India and political transition. In this lesson, we have to understand the period between the second half of the 12th century and the first half of the 13th century is recognized as the transitional period in Indian history. Transitional period indicates the preparedness of the society to enter from one era to another era. In this transitional period, the Indian society entered the medieval period from ancient period. The Turks broke the political system of small kingdoms. They also established an empire which had a strong centralized power structure. Monolithism was expounded in the field of religion due to the influence of Islam. All these developments indicate the beginning of medieval period in India. So that we have to learn in this lesson. And Rajaputta dynasties after the rule of Vardhanas of Sthana Vineshwara, most of the western and northern India was ruled by Gurjar Pratiharas, Chandelas of Bundelkhand, Garhwas, Solankis, Paramaras and many other Rajput dynasties. By the end of 12th century, Rajaputta kings were the powerful of northern India. Gurjar Pratiharas. The Pratiharas have claimed in many of their inscriptions that the Lakshmana of Ramayana period, a Kshatriya of Suryavamsha, as the founding person of their family. But as per the available evidences, Nagabhatta is the founder of this dynasty. The Pratiharas ruled Sindh region by keeping Kanauj as their capital city. Gurjara Pratiharas. They fought back the frequent Arab attacks. Mihira Bhoja and Mahendra Pala, the powerful ruler of this dynasty, had defeated Palas of Bengal and had extended their Pratihara kingdom till to the Bengal. An Arab traveller named Suleiman had visited the court of Mihira Bhoja and has appreciated the kingdom as it had peace. Pratihara's rule declined during the rule Mahipala, who succeeded Mahendrapala. So Garhwalas. Chandradeva, the founder of the dynasty, ruled the northern India keeping Varanasi as his capital. Govinda Chandra is another important ruler of the dynasty. He extended his rule till Malwa and Magadha by defeating Palas. He also defeated the kings of Kalinga and Odisha. The rulers of Kashmir, Gujarat and Chola had cordial relations with the Govinda Chandra. So this was the Garhwalas of medieval India. Paramaras came to prominence after the decline of Pratiharas. Upendra Krishna Raja, the feudatory king of Rashtrakutas, founded the dynasty. Darnagar was their capital, and Bhoja is the most popular king of Paramara dynasty. He extended the Paramara state by defeating Kalyani Chalukyas, Gangas of Kalinga and northern Konkans. Though Bhoja experienced ups and downs in political sphere, he remained undefeated in the area of literature. Great literature personality he was. He himself was a poet. As the kings who came after him were weak, the Paramara dynasty declined later on. Solankis. Medieval India, Solankis part. Mool Raja first is the founder of the dynasty. Though Bhima first is the most famous king of this dynasty, he could not protect the Somanath temple from Ghazni's invasion. He could not protest the Somnath temple from Ghazni's invasion. Understand proper? After him, Mulraj II and Veeradwala were capable kings. Mulraj II defeated Muhammad Ghazni near Mount Abu. And during the rule of this dynasty, the famous Jain scholar Hemachandra compiled a Prakrit dictionary, Deshimala. Ullah Khan and Nusrat Khan, the military generals of Alauddin Khilji, defeated Karnadeva and made the king of Solankis a part of Delhi Sultanate. So Solanki's achievement was great, and Mulraj II defeated Muhammad Ghazni near Mount Abu. Remember, notable defeat it is. Muhammad Ghazni lost the battle near Mount Abu. Chandelas. Danga is the most famous king of Chandelas who prospered in Bundelkhand. In the beginning, Chandelas were the feudatory kings of Pratiharas. After the decline of Paramaras, Danga declared himself independent. He took hold of the eastern part of Paramaras kingdom and extended his kingdom by defeating Pala and Adras. Danga, who had the title Maharaja Diraja, King of Kings, extended military assistance to Hindu Shahi king Jayapala to fight back attacking Turks. Finally, due to the infighting and lack of unity among Rajaputs, Khilji sultans conquered his kingdom. The Chauhan dynasty is the most prominent among the Rajaputs. The root of this dynasty is visible during 7th century. The dynasty started its rule in the Ajmer region of Rajasthan. The rulers of this dynasty, Ajaya Raja, Vigraha Raja IV and Prithvi Raja III, made Chauhans the prominent rulers of the western India during 12th century. Prithviraj Chauhan, known for his bravery, defeated the Chandelas of Bundelkhand, gaining Maheba and Kalinjar. Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori at Tarain. Ghori wanted to extend his Gaur kingdom towards Sindh region. Muhammad Ghori, who was severely wounded in the battle, led another attack towards Delhi in the following year. He defeated Prithviraj Chauhan at Tarain, the very place of previous battle. Prithviraj is an embodiment of Rajput valor and bravery. Answer the following questions. Write a note of Chauhans, write a note on Chandils, write a note on Solankis. So Garhwalas. Chandradeva, the founder of the dynasty,